Hey, 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 traders. Ooh, we dumping. Let's dump. Lower, lower. No, I don't know. 42 seconds until we start. Hello, welcome everyone. How are we all doing today? Mr. Brownbug first in the chat, of course. Jay's here, Eric, P, Matt, Post, Turbo, Mini Cooper, Alessio, Lotmo, Crypto, Mido, Steve, Crypto Joe, Javier. Welcome everyone. How are we doing today? Cool. All right, we'll get into some analysis-y type things in a moment. And we'll have a look at the charts. Today's been a pretty interesting day, actually. So far, it's been quite nice. So I've taken 2 trades today so far. Both of those we did during the London trading room, which is especially for the crew. So if you are not yet in the crew, then make sure you join soon, because we took 2 trades today, both of which have been winners, or at least the second one we've hit take profit on. And we're just seeing how this is going to play out at the moment. So yeah, trade number 1 was relatively straightforward, having had a move up. We're going to go on to the very low time frames here, and we're going to have a look at things, because I mean that's basically all we've done today is just like very low time frame stuff. So we started off the day with a nice little, you have your take out the spike to the lows, you come in, and we had the VWAP drive thing that took us up towards the little OB that we have at the top here. So we actually had that VWAP drive playing out, a nice little playbook strategy, again, for the crew, especially for them today. And as soon as we started to break that market structure, you can see that we had this uptrend forming. And then we broke down below the lows, which took the highs. So at this point, you're kind of having that change of market structure, showing the weakness in the charts. And I don't think this is there anymore. No, it's moved. But at the time, your daily point of control was up here, and your VWAP was there. Okay, so the VWAP and the daily point of control were basically here. And within that exact same point within the chart, you also had a 5-minute OB. So this was, as we broke down, only wicking down, but the fact that it took out 2 lows signals to me that you're kind of expecting a little bit more downside from this, more likely than this just being a stop run and then continuing up higher. It just seemed to have lost momentum. So I took the shorts as we came up into that OB there. I can't remember what the entry was. It was in that box. And as soon as we started the trading room, we just got that drop immediately. So we were able to close out of that. I actually closed it a little bit early because I was like, whoa, okay, cool, start trading room. And suddenly we just get a move. So I was a little bit thrown by that. But taking out the Asia lows, which was the main target for this, was, yeah, really nice. So we came down, took out the Asia lows, and then we were able to get into a long position afterwards. Now that came down, did a little stop hunt, had the average entry around about 22,864, I think is the 846. Sorry, was my average entry on this. So I took a long at 22,880, then added to it as we had the SFP of the lows, and then got the take profit as we came up into VWAP and to come back into basically what was previously support earlier. Okay, so you come back up, you tap into that, you fill in the imbalances that we had from the move down initially, and yeah, rejection from there, and back down to the same level once again on the chart. So I'm still in this trade. I haven't been stopped out of that. Nothing really is going on here. We've come into 130, which usually you'd expect that to be a time in which the market pivots. So are we just coming down for a second attempt at those lows before getting that continuation up to 23,400, which for me ultimately is the target for this. So what we're seeing here is just still, like even now, bullish divergences forming all the time. So if we're looking at the entry here, it's not the best entry in the world, but I'd be placing a stop loss below local lows and ultimately looking up for that 23,400 level up there, where we do have a daily MPOC, depending on how it is you're looking at things. On some charts you may have hit this already, on others where it's still out the way, but I do think that at the very least, swing failure pattern of the weekend highs seems like it could be in play here. I still would expect those to be taken before any major move to the downside. So yeah, ultimately that's the trade I'm playing right now. The other one that I'd be looking at is, because this could have been a short position, right? Equally as this was a long, fibs. We took a long there and we're playing this trade to the upside, but equally as valid. You could have had a short position here. You had the confluence there, okay? Very, very straightforward. You come into the golden pocket, you come into the VWAP, you fill in the inefficiencies, and then you're looking for lower. And in that instance, I'd be looking to come down and take out the Monday lows. So we're just right in the middle of the range, where, I mean, you're looking at like the same trade, but just two different directions. It's whether we're like literally we're slap bang in the middle of everything right now. So if we draw our fixed range, let's take this off of here. This is always happening, isn't it? How many times do we find ourselves at the point of control of the entire range as we're going into a session, and you're met with a good short opportunity from here and a good long opportunity from here, and it's just which one's going to play out? They're basically the same thing. And even if we are to, like, we'll take a channel and we look at where we are within the whole range itself, look, we're right in the middle here. So it's a tough one. The invalidations for each are equal as well. So whether you're short or whether you're long from here, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what this session does throw up for us. So right now, ideally, I'm just looking for a move away from this. I've got my short position set from higher. I've got my long position set from here. As soon as we start to move out of this region, then, I mean, if we're going to reclaim VWAP and we're going to come up here, we're probably going to take those highs. But if we do start to roll over, we're going to come down and take the Monday lows. And that's yeah, simple as that is. So I'd be looking for a long from the Monday lows. I'd be looking for a short from the daily MPOC. They're the next two trades for myself. So I think, is there anything else to mention? The other thing I want to cover today is just, actually, I'll go over the short scenario, so the long that we can get from down here, because this is one that could be a little bit more hidden. So to SFP the highs, right, come up here, tap into 23,400, take a short position from that back inside the range. Easy. Okay, that's a really, really easy trade. That's not one that you even have to really think too much about. Unless we start seeing like shitload of volume coming in, we're not going to be breaking significantly higher than that. It will literally just be a peak above and come back down again. So that's a really, really straightforward trade for myself if price can come up here. The one that's a little bit more hidden and a little bit more difficult is the Monday low, because we do have liquidity below that, right? I'm just going to move on to the 15-minute chart because it's a little bit clearer on here. We do have these lows down here. So I think a lot of people, if we start to come down, right, will be expecting price to come and take this low. This is the main low here on the chart, or indeed this one. Okay, they'd be looking at, you're either looking at the most recent low from this move up, but all of this being internal so far. That's a high, you're still putting in a low that's there. You're very much an internal range bound situation. You'd either be looking for an SFP of this and up, or you'd be looking for a move all the way back down. But I'm placing a lot of attention on this move here, because the fact that we've come up and we've had a little move up towards the highs and we've tested the highs of this is the highest volume candle of the week so far. Okay, so this specific 15-minute thing is the highest volume candle of the week so far, highlighted there. And if we are going to get a move down, that's the one that I would then be looking to take a trade off of, because there's a lot of traders positioned within that, just that single candle. So you get your positions in. Anyone that's long, you're going to be taking profit up here. If you're able to get a short from the top of it, you've not yet been invalidated off of that, but if price comes down, that's where you're taking profit, and you'd expect to move back in to the range again from there. So that for me is, yeah, like that's literally, that's it, right? That's the candle. The highs and the lows are the ones that you really want to be paying attention to. That is the anomaly within the chart. Those are the extremes that we're looking at. And when you're looking at trading, it's really, really good practice just to look for those extremes. When things are very balanced in between, you've got the little trades and everything in between there, but it's those extremes that play out really, really quite well. So that's Bitcoin. That is Bitcoin. I'd love to see it come down and just take out that Monday low. And equally, I'd love to see it come up and hit the MPOC. So I don't really know. We'll see which one it actually gives us as a proper trade. At this stage, because I'm still in that long and I'm in profit here, and we have just had a bounce to fill in that little gap there. I was wondering if anyone would notice that. Joe Pippin, legend. So I can't help but I can't not use them, because they're really useful and they're really helpful. And it's great that he's doing this stuff that's giving us stuff that is like things that I literally trade, and they're all these like cool scripts for stuff. So he's building some good stuff over there. Cool. What else do we want to cover? We'll have a look at the rest of the market. We do, of course, have 17 minutes until the New York Open. I'm going to take a drink from my noisy water bottle. Better. On BTC USD, we hit this MPOC around 23,400. Yes, this is what I said. Look, we'll explain this. We've covered this in the trading room this morning, but I'll explain this quickly now. Actually, first of all, before we do this, we've got over 100 people in the room now, so I need 60 likes before I continue on with anything. That's doesn't mean that all of you have to like the video, although if we do get 100 likes, then I'll do nothing. But if we do get 100 likes, then it will make me very happy. So do hit the like button, please. It's much appreciated. And if you're watching it anyway, then it's not difficult. Just hit the like button, and we can easily push this over 100 likes. The algorithm will love it, and we should be able to get a few more viewers in here. And until we get 100 likes, I'm going to ask for a show of hands for anyone who maybe has not been to this channel before, maybe anyone who hasn't seen a live stream of ours before, or anyone who maybe has only seen a few of them and you're still fairly new to the channel. So if you are, please do check out toroscrypto.com, where you can find out some more information about our community. Okay, if you hear me talking about the crew is basically our trading community where we do live trading sessions on a daily basis, basically like twice a day. At the moment, we're running live sessions. We've got a ton of educational content in there covering just about anything you could need, teaching our systems as well as other trading methods and technical analysis methods that are out there. We've got our playbook strategies. We've got a really great community, loads of setups and things that are shared. And we also have some cool partnerships here. So we do trade on Bybit. So if anyone is looking for on there at the moment, we are getting the 0 fees on spot. I think that's for anyone. And also 0 fees on limit orders for your first 30 days. Now, that does extend if you reach a certain trading threshold. So if you trade enough volume within that month, your limit orders discount will continue. But if not, then you get it for the first 30 days regardless. Even if you're only trading off little like $100 a day or something positions, you'll get 0 fees on limit orders for your first 30 days. So that is that. Also, please do make sure you are following us on Twitter. So Taurus Crypto on Twitter. And for any of you really super, super cool kids that are out there, I've got a TikTok now. And look, I did a really, really good informative video on TikTok yesterday, and another one here, and this has like 200 views, and this has 82. And then I did this one, which was just absolutely like ripping to shreds a different video, and it's got like 5 times the amount of views on it. So I know what the algorithm over there is like, and it just wants me to just shitpost, basically. So if you want to see me shitpost and just talk nonsense, then follow on Twitter and follow on TikTok. Anyway, how many likes do we have now? We're at 50. Oh, we're at 71. 71 likes. So let's get that to 100, and then I'll be very, very happy. Okay. Yes, do not click like twice. Click once or 3 times or 5 times or 7 times or 9 times or so on. Cool. TikTok views are bots, probably. But hey, who knows? It's meh. Where were we? We're still not at 100. I'm going to allow it. We're at 76. That's decent. Anyone who hasn't hit the like button, then shame on you. Shame on you. We've probably got bots in here as well, then, haven't we? 80 likes. Good. We're still climbing. Right. More price action. Let's have a look before we start. 12 minutes until I don't know why I keep bending over to look at the time down there on the bottom of my screen, where I've literally got a clock here that shows the New York time, the London time, and the Tokyo time right in front of me. Because that's very silly. So let's look at the DXY, because we all know this is running the show and has been for a very long time. So the DXY, honestly, has a very high potential of just ripping at some point soon. I'd love to see it take out the lows. If we were looking at this as like normal TA, and you think, okay, we're starting to build some divergences here, let's just take out those lows and just rip it back up towards 110 again. That for me, if this was like an altcoin or Bitcoin or something and I was looking for a swing trade, I'd be looking at this all day long on the DXY. Significant support. Okay, we've got a big monthly OB here with the monthly level holding as support. Now what you would expect is just quickly take those stops, take the liquidity, and then go for it. So that leads me to the same kind of theory of what we're probably going to see with the market if we do something like that, is like this kind of scenario. Okay, where you're looking at, okay, these lows certainly that we put in last month certainly don't look completely safe. I would be expecting a pullback. Maybe we come back in just to make a higher low and we can run again. But I do think we are approaching a moment in the chart where we can start to see these pullbacks now, now that we're finally getting this consolidation from the dollar itself, and also this just matching up really, really well with like a big fake out on the S&P. So yeah, although like for the rest of the year I'm bullish, I do think we're approaching the end of this like mad run, unless we see another like really impulsive thing, because there's no reason, nothing necessarily to suggest like the DXY is a strange beast. Okay, it's just moved down and basically like not a straight line, but just a consistent downtrend. So there's absolutely no reason to suggest it will do anything else, because it's been in like a very, when it starts these trends, they just go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. So it is a weird thing. It does behave differently from everything else. It is pulling back. It is in a downtrend. If this was a normal asset, I'd be taking that long all day long. But I'm fully aware that this can just continue just to keep on falling, just gradually, just keep going down. And then all the rest of the market's just really nice. Yeah, and you just continue pushing higher. So I'm aware of that. But I do feel we're starting to get a little bit... You're going to have a lot of volume to push through here again on this. You really are going to have a lot of volume. So let's see how it goes. ETH. I haven't been trading ETH for the past couple of weeks, basically because I was expecting this to break down, and you're underperforming Bitcoin. So I'm not trading ETH right now. I would like to see a move on Ethereum back down towards like 0.067 or wherever that is. This is a fairly outdated chart, but a move back down towards the lows of this range here, and then you can kind of just continue trading that range. So once I only really trade ETH if I'm looking at outperformance against Bitcoin. So I don't know why that is, because I'm fully aware that I can short Ethereum, but I just don't very often. Unless I see like real extremes, then I'll look for shorts. But because I day trade Bitcoin and that's the asset that I understand a bit more, yeah, I mainly just sit Ethereum out when it's coming through, when it's underperforming against the rest of the market. So, and it is underperforming against the rest of the market. Like Bitcoin had this really nice extended fifth wave up here, which got a decent amount higher, and ETH is just like, and then straight away falling back down again. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say on Ethereum. It's a bull flag, man. Look at that. Oh my god. It kind of does look like one. So where's this measured move of the bull flag? My name's Crypto. I'm drawing a bull flag for y'all. I mean, look, if we did that and you're looking up towards the daily level up there, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. RSR, yes, we can have a look at RSR. We could have a look at Link as well. Bitcoin is still just chilling, isn't it? Let's have a look quickly before we start this. Is the SPX giving us anything interesting at all? I know we took out those previous day lows, but yeah, previous day lows. It's Tuesday, isn't it? It is Tuesday. I lose track of time. Yeah, it's literally it, isn't it? It's not particularly clean, but you've taken out the previous day. It's not the previous day low. I'm talking shit, but it is a low. All right, Monday low is all the way down here because I literally just put that on my chart. So we're going to have to go quite a long way further down if we are going to take out the previous day low. But yeah, we took out some local lows nonetheless. So. The line was too thin for Crypto. I'll thicken it up for you. Give you a juicy, thick line next time. Okay. Don't know why that's still got an alert on it. Delete. Because that gap ain't there no more. That gap's going to be up here now. Cool. Lovely. 6 minutes. Let's look at some altcoins. So what were people asking for? I saw RSR, I saw Link, and I now see APT. Good choices, people. Good choices. RSR. Oh, yes. This is good. So I'm in a long. I'm in a long on RSR. I can tell you my entry. If I just pull this over here. Oh, it's so good. I can't even see it on the chart. There it is. So I am long from 0.0035720. So I am in a long position. I'm literally just holding it because the funding's fairly neutral on this, and I'm chilling because it's looking pretty good. I'd love to see it come up all the way to the daily level. I haven't taken any profit on it. I haven't really done anything to this at this stage. So yeah, just see what happens with this one. Is there any more TA that could be useful off this? Should I stop being greedy? Yes, I should stop being greedy. And because that is coming back up towards the top of this other range here. this is what I mean. I don't check the altcoins all that often. Well, we'll see how this gets along. I mean, at this stage, you can just like trail a stop loss, can't you? Because we're still pushing. And yeah, the target is up here. Previous range POC. Daily level. This is the daily from the start of that range, I think. And I've had that on the chart for a while. I don't know necessarily why I'm choosing to keep it there. You've got a daily OB that's up the top. Probably should do a bit more work on this. Now that we're approaching target, I actually need to pay attention to where we're at. Because I have just been letting this run. I'm not looking as high as that or the block up there. I mean, if we hit the POC, then you've got a big gap here. This daily is like pointless, really. I mean, it has given you the POC, so that's why I'm just using it there as a reference. But it's old. It's an old beast. So coming into those previous range lows, you've got a weekly here. I know we've traded through it already, but it was the following week. See how it gets on. It would be a very sensible time in which to take profit if you are long on RSR or if you are holding spot on RSR. But for myself, because it's just a small position, I don't manage my altcoin trades too much. I tend to just let them run. Like Bitcoin, I'll close out of quickly. If I see technical reasons to close out of it, I'll close and I'll get back into it again. But on these altcoins, as soon as I've closed a position, I'm probably not going to look at them again for another like week, 2 weeks, month, year. I may never look at the chart again, so I might never have another trade that gets taken on this. So that's why I tend to just leave them running. But yeah, cool. Okay, through the EQ. That was on log. There's not really any fib confluence here, is there? All right. Yeah, this is very, very simple. So apologies, but it's still looking good. So I'm still happy to just continue holding this for now. Yeah, P's here. P earlier on, as soon as we did the trading room earlier, and we had loads and loads of price action when we started the trading room. So we had those 2 trades that we got within like the first 5-10 minutes, and then P joined in and started talking, and then the price just stopped moving, like literally stopped moving. So if we don't get any movement today, then it's P's fault. I thought it was me that was the curse, but it's not. It is P who is cursed. There is our open, slight gap down. So, I mean, you just take local lows and see if that can get a bit of a bounce. Okay, there we go. We've already done it. How's Bitcoin reacting to that? Ooh, weekly open. Okay, cool. All right, we got some action going on now. Good. So there's your weekly open. We still haven't taken the lows. So if I do go onto this, we'll keep this on here. And we'll just remove that, and we'll look back towards what we have along here. We are building quite significant bullish divergence against our local low. So on here, 15-minute time frame, you can see, I mean, so there's the local low. You can kind of see the delta, yeah, just falling apart. Now, is this leading, or is this building like really significant divergence at this point? A little early to tell, but against that low, it's certainly there. And even against the one where we have the really high volume, we do have those divergences against that as well. So we are building bullish divergences. That's why I still do think that we can come up and take those highs again at the very least. But for me, like, if these are leading on the way down and we're just taking into account like the main low down here and we're keeping that one intact, then we can take out the high volume candle, we can take out those Monday lows and then rip it back up the other way. So yeah, so we are doing that. Of course, the dollar has the S&P has taken out those local lows as well. Previous day value area low down there. And running it back up. Cool. Okay. Let's just check my chart. Okay. Where's the chat? All right. What are we doing over here on this one? Yeah, so that's literally what it was, wasn't it then? We just took those lows and now going for the gap fill. So if we go for the gap fill, that's all the way up here. Set a little alert on that. Create Bitcoin back to daily point of control and previous day point of control. The dollar not really doing anything, pulling back slightly, in fact. Okay. Bitcoin dominance, haven't looked at that for a while. UK markets. Nasdaq. Like, look at these like little breakouts that I just, are they believable or are they not? Like, look at the Nasdaq right now. 1, 2, 3, fourth attempt, we break through it. It's interesting. Interesting. But maybe we just do this again. We did it. We poked our head above on log, collapsed all the way down, made lower lows. Now that we're doing it on linear, poke your head above it on linear, collapse all the way down, make lower lows. Does it make sense? So it's good to be aware of what the Nasdaq's doing as well. Although we are at this macro 618 here. We're back to the daily. The daily that's such a wash already, but I'm keeping it on my chart because for some reason it just keeps having these little reactions. Even though it doesn't really need to. This chart's a little bit, there we go. Squeeze that in a little bit more. Any questions from the chat? Was there anything else I was going to look at? Let's just do alerts again on Bitcoin so we are alerted when we need to be alerted. So once it starts to move, if you get back above date or where should we wrap? Yeah, if you get back to daily open, we will be alerted. Link and Aptos, wasn't it? Link again, something else that I haven't charted for a long time. So, you know what, remove drawings. Chart it up. 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 I mean, that's like previous month open, but I'll keep a monthly level on there. You got a little bit of a gap within that one. These two weird ones. Let's use that weekly. We're not really coming into any of these high time frame levels yet. So it's just 786? No, it's higher than that. Oh no, 786. Okay. Above the POC, but still volume above that. Kind of clean air above. Previous day value area low, weekly open, previous day open was always a long. Yes. I mean, technically you're saying there's 3 bits of confluence there, but I mean, weekly open and previous day open are the same. but yeah, I know what you mean. I agree. You got double confluence and then some of the stuff there. I mean, you literally just had an SFP of the lows. Still just about managing to hold for now. I don't really have much to say on Link. Is there anything locally going on here? What a mess. What a damn mess Link is. Yuck. Yuck, yuck. There's like no structure to this at all. Jeez. It's like, it's obvious if you can move down to $6.50 and the rest of the market's looking okay, you look for a long there, don't you? But I mean, this has clearly been massively underperforming against Bitcoin again. So this is the thing, I don't see the need to trade stuff like this. Is there a big inverse head and shoulders going on here? I don't know. Is there anything to suggest that this maybe is a good position to be looking at Link? Anything at all? Or if you're looking at the BTC pair? Anything at all? And surely you'd wait for the BTC pair to come down here, right? And then you start to look to trade it again. On the low time frames, yeah, you've got like a inverted head and shoulders once again. Look at that, ha ha ha. But change market structure. I don't know. Link just doesn't look very good. So you're hoping that this would get a bit of a move up, but then we're already so far up on this range that even if the BTC pair starts to recover, does it really have a lot more work, a lot more room to the upside? If it does, if it can get one more push, I mean, you've got your value area high and your monthly up there, so but then you've literally got liquidity straight above it. It's just a mess. I don't like it. Link is shit. I don't like it. It's not doing anything for me, this. It's not tickling my fancy. Someone asked about Aptos as well, and that again is just consolidating after a really big breakout here. So yeah, what all I do on this, like for Aptos with these altcoin things, see what's going on with the EMAs and just let them just settle. The fact that you're here on the daily, and this is holding above the 200 EMA for like the first time in a long time. The EMAs are nice for like general trends. You're not going to get another bounce until at least that 10-week catches up, or 13 on this occasion. So it is the 10. I sometimes have that as a 10-week. So the 10-week has caught up. Let's see if this is, you're just going to have bots playing this now. So you consolidate for a while, you allow those EMAs to catch up with price. At that point, you're just going to have bots and algos just naturally just placing orders on that. There's not a whole lot of human activity going on a lot of the altcoins anyway, not until they start to really progress. So yeah, like literally just allow this probably to slope back up again. It probably stays in the range, probably allows that 200 to curve up, and then maybe it starts another trend higher. And you're looking at something that just, you see this so often on the altcoins, you just gradually just start moving back up over the course of the next few months, just forming a nice uptrend. And then when it starts to go really crazy is when people, then actual humans start to get back involved in this again. But right now, very little going on. And this is what I mean, even to the downside, okay? You see similar situations where you have those big moves down, it moves away from the EMAs, and then they just end up weighing the price down, and then it continues to follow. And as soon as you then start to consolidate, trade through them, they all bunch up. And then you can expand and ride those. You come back down, you bunch up again, come back up, and then you can just ride the trend. It's not really trading, it's more position trades, but that kind of thing is always useful to look at. Like the EMAs aren't that bad. They get a lot of bad rep, but if you're taking position trades, they're actually quite nice. Kind of a similar situation with Bitcoin. Look at Sol if you haven't already. Yeah. Hey Luke, you mentioned something about Monday low and Monday high. Can I ask why Monday in particular? And is there statistics regarding Monday highs, lows being significant levels? Yeah, I mean this goes back as far as long as trading has been around. Like Monday is generally a prep day for traders, and for a lot of traders, it's a bit of a prep day. It's a bit of a like kind of feel the market, see how things are looking, test the market type of day. I don't trade massively actively on a Monday. And then it's just because a lot of people are the same. So you do often get these lower volume, lower liquidity on Mondays. And in that instance, they just become targets. They become levels in which you can trade. The thing is, when everyone's in full flow of trading and the market's already been tested on either side, you've already established support, you've already established resistance from that Monday, to try and trade you can trade previous day levels anyway. We do that on a daily basis. So we're always looking at what the previous day levels are and looking to trade them. I think Monday just adds a little bit more significance for the whole week, because it's your weekly open, it's the first open of the day, it's first open of the week, and it just gives you levels in which you can trade off of. So often you'll find that the Monday is used as like an initial balance for that entire week. So then what you can sometimes do is, let's do this. Let's just put on the history. This doesn't work all the time, but it does sometimes. We'll look at previous Monday. And it just holds for the whole week. Okay, so here is your range that was put in. There's your Monday high, there's your Monday low. So take that off. Then what happens for the entire week? the whole week, okay? You're just trading those levels. And you draw a parallel channel on those. And look at the midpoint. Yeah? So you're just coming up here, take the Monday high, trade it back into the midpoint, take it again, back into the midpoint, take out the lows. You're testing along the lows again there. So once you've taken the lows, you test it. You're trading it back into the midpoint. And you're just using that. And then sometimes what you can then do is expand this, and it gives you like targets for an initial balance. So then if you're looking for an expansion outside of the range, look, where's your support lying? It's that first deviation off of the, like it's basically the 1-to-1 of that range. So you just stack it, and then where's your high? Coming in here, look, there's the high for this, and still a midpoint. So it's these weird little things that you can do, and Monday has such an important part to play on. That was Alliance block, not Aptos. Sorry. Anyway, look, hey, I did some initial TA for you on something that you didn't ask for. I'll look at Aptos in a second. But that's the thing. There you go. The significance of the Monday range. I hadn't prepared that. I didn't know that that was actually going to work out. But look, it works. And it is important. We could do a different one if you want. Maybe we got lucky. Do we do another one? Do we show another Monday here? A Monday before we had the big thing. So your Monday high, your Monday low. Yeah, this time it didn't really work out, did it? But then you have a massive impulse. So, hey, you hold it, you come back in, holding above. Fair enough, whatever. But hey, last week it worked nicely, and this week it's so far working well as well. Shall I actually... Was it Alliance block I looked at? My God, it was. Where's Aptos? There it is. Why is that not in the A column? Aptos. Jeez. Aptos is like one of my biggest spot holdings. And I did not even... Wow. Thank you, Aptos. How much money is that making? What? Sorry. Oh, no, it's fine. It's not actually that... it's not that exciting for me. I forgot. I started accumulating Aptos when it was here. So I was thinking like I accumulated it. I did add to it. But I mean, I've got an average that's like this. So it's not actually, I mean, I'm only like 100% up. Fair enough. Okay, fine. I got really excited then. How far is this up from the lows if I had just been patient? 300. Similar situation though, right? We'll look at the EMAs and we'll do a similar thing. And this is following on with that anchored VWAP quite nicely. So you're kind of running on these 4-hour. Fib expansions maybe? We don't need this. We don't need that. It never came back into there. We don't need that. Remove drawings. Where even are we? Ooh, whoa, look at that. It's perfectly hit the 1.618. Perfectly. That's exciting. Look, TA, it works. So we've perfectly hit the 1.618. So look, this is a take profit. It's a take profit here for sure. Your 1-to-1 is higher. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that is very, very nice. So I'm going to keep that. Let's just extend right. I mean, that's literally it. In general, you can maybe look towards those speed fans. So let's say, for instance, if at some point you do get a pullback and it's coming into here, you're going to have something lining up. It hasn't really done so much so far, but you are getting a little bit of goodness from these. Close enough to maybe make them worth looking at, paying attention to. Because you can't really draw a trend line onto this. Yeah, let's hit the 1.618. What was that? We're going up. Good. Good. Water. Thirsty. Talking is thirsty work. Talking and thinking is even more thirsty work. Talking and thinking and trading is even more thirsty work. Did anyone catch the long off of the weekly open? If you did, then congratulations. You did well. We got 100 likes. This is nice. Celebratory pump for 101 likes on the video. What is the sessions indicator you use on TradingView? That is a closely guarded secret. It's a custom script that someone within the crew made for the crew. I do not think it is public. It may or may not be. I cannot remember. So yeah, but it is a script that was made for us. New York. Weekly to session VWAP. Yes, that is a good target for this once again. Are we there? We must be there now. Oh yeah, we are there and we are through. So we should be coming to fill this gap, right? Get in there. We're at the weekly VWAP. Previous day VWAP close here on the S&P. Be aware. I mean, it doesn't really do much because it's closed most of the time. Nice. I'm going to look at a random altcoin whilst we're pumping. It's made me happy. Audio. Wow. What is this thing? Oh my God. What? Look at this thing. This is crazy. This is crazy. Everything's like 3x up from the lows. Seek, ICX, DAR. I don't know any of these. Alpha. Whoa. At least our good friend RSR is here on the list. What's the worst coin of the day? Gala. Gala's a little bitch. Gala, you. Ugh. Look at it. Front run me, the little stupid piece of annoyingness. I wanted to take the short here, and I didn't because it front ran me. Little bitch. When bit short. Yeah, the bit could be a good one to look at. Oh, legs are achy. I'm still trying to do running and I can't. When bit short. Last time I was looking at bit was like an ascending triangle down here. Shiba. This is another one that's just like let it do its thing. Wait for when we know there's a top that's been put in, and then bearish divergence on the daily. Nothing much to see on the 4 hour. You're just still kind of holding this parabolic move here. Volume's actually still okay. So I'd say for something like for Bit, just allow it to do its thing. Like that's generally what I would do. Of course you can trade it, but you are generally very low in volume. And the thing with this is it's such I mean it's Bybit, isn't it? They'll just push this coin to wherever they want it to be. They're doing that big buyback from the FTX thing. They're launching a layer 2. So BitDAO is going to have a layer 2. So that's going to be running soon. That's going to run a lot of the the DEX stuff that Bybit's going to be doing as well. So they're going to have their own layer 2. It's going to be very cheap fees to trade. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes with BitDAO. So it is it's an interesting token, and yeah, just let this run. When it starts to pull back, you'll know it, and then you can start. Maybe it starts to become tradable again. But like, it's very, very scrappy. Really, all the price action here. I want to check out ETHW as well, because this is still holding my little holding at support here, and it's just creeping slowly. So we'll redraw that to make it fit, because that's what you do with lines. Because hey, if everyone else could redraw their lines to fit their narrative, then why can't I? Sod it. I don't know. I'm long on ETHW as well from down here, so see what happens. Tell me when you keep it. It won't be breaking up though, will it? Really? Yeah. Ish. This always makes me laugh, right? Because it's just the start of a session, and this is generally what we're going to do. You grab the liquidity below, grab the liquidity above, end up back where we started again, chill out for a bit, find a direction. But either way, that should, 100%. If anyone was taking the long, then you would have been taking profit at VWAP, because it's VWAP. DXY broke 4 hour uptrend-ish. Yeah, I'll give it to you. It kind of is. Do you also mean downtrend? Just range bound here. You're no longer really, because the last high that took out a low was all the way over here, so you're not really changing market structure off of anything unless you start breaking that. So you got to break that. So that 102.9 was where you're really looking at things starting to flip back in the favor of the DXY. Bounced off a 4-hour AB. Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. You still got the monthly level down here as support. I'd still love to see it take these lows. You can possibly draw it as a falling wedge. Thing is, it looks a lot like every other range we've done previously. Like, doesn't this look a lot like this? I mean, it's sideways price action, of course it would be. Yeah. Cool. Right. What's the time? 3 o'clock. I've done an hour. I'm starting to... I can't talk for... Like, I've already done a trading room. I've got a bit of a sore throat at the moment as well. As you can probably hear by my slightly crackly voice and the fact that I keep going and doing that. So talking is bad for me when... Yeah, I don't want to talk very much. I talked for an hour and a half this morning, and then I had a meeting. So then I spoke for another half an hour. So I already talked for like 3.5, 4 hours today. It's a lot. It's a lot of talking. Maybe I should whisper. I'll whisper for the rest of the session. Nobody's talking anyway, so maybe we'll wrap it up there. Oh, that hurts even more than talking. We've got 108 likes and 108 viewers. So, hey, everybody, I mean, people would have obviously left, but yeah, we're equal likes. We've got more likes than viewers now. Cool. Okay, right. Unless there's any final questions, I'm going to do the wrapping up procedure now because we're kind of just back where we started. We've spoken about everything we wanted to talk about today. We know that the Monday low is a really good opportunity for any long positions. We know that 23,400. We're just waiting for one of them to play out. Look for shorts here. Or looking for longs here, and you're trading it probably back into exactly where we started here right now. So. Yes, a lot of talking to myself about myself is a weird thing, and I'm not going to look at any more charts today. Get that in a little bit earlier next time. Okay, I will. Sod it. You know what? I will. Sand. I'm going to do like 60-second TA on sand, if I can. I mean, it's doing the same as everything else is. It's just coming up to that top of the range where the last point in which before the breakdown of the FTX shit. So you're at resistance. I don't know. Like, it's just like so many things are at that point in which the FTX crash happened, and they're just coming back in and they've just filled in the gaps that were left behind. So there you go. If you're looking at it from this perspective, you've got bearish divergences as you're coming up there. You're rejecting off of this. You've got not so much OBs. You haven't taken out liquidity above here, but from a daily level, at the very least, okay, it's not really an OB, but you do have imbalances below that point. And yeah, that is from the FTX stuff. So I don't really know what more to add to that. You're probably going to find that your POC is around here as well. It's all the way down the bottom, but you do have a high volume node. So you've just come into that HVN, like exactly there. So there it is. That's where you tapped into. anything else just to look at from this, you've probably got your 786 there. So if you do want to just quickly build some confluence, that is probably a 786. It is like exactly a 786. So it's your 786. You've got a high volume node there, maybe a POC, and you've come into that daily thingy-majiggy. Linda, you could have just asked once. The trend-based fib extension deep analysis. There's a video of it on YouTube. Yeah, I've done a video on that. Please, I'll stop asking so many times. Oh my God. I can read. You don't have to ask me a million times. Watch the video. I'm not going to answer it for that simple reason, because you spammed the comments. There is a video. I did release a video on it in December at some point. Anyway, all right. Thank you, everybody. Again, if you are new to the channel, please do check out tauruscrypto.com and look for the video. You spent enough time spamming the chat, so look for the video. Yeah, check out tauruscrypto.com, follow on Twitter, and if you would like to, if you are a weirdo, then follow on TikTok as well for all of my nonsense ramblings and stuff. So thank you, have a great day everyone, and I will see you all again very soon. Cheers guys, bye bye.